Hi, and welcome to Me and the Geek. I'm Joel Sharpton at The Rogues Life on Twitter. You can follow me there, or you can listen to a weekly geekly conversation with me and a different geek for a peek into their geeky world every Thursday at meandthegeekpod.com. Right now, though, we're talking about Daredevil, the great series on Netflix from Marvel. And if you haven't at least watched through the 7th episode, then now's the time to stop this video and come back later after you've checked it out. We are going to get into spoilers. The 7th episode's title is Stick, and what a wonderful character Stick is. We've never seen this character in live action before in the Daredevil movies or on television and the couple of other times that Daredevil has appeared. He's always been one of my favorite parts of the Daredevil story. There are lots of similar characters. The aged, wisecracking, sage martial arts guru. Wolverine's got a couple of these characters in his backstory. There are others in the DC universe as an example, but I think Stick has a lot of interesting things that make him stand out above the rest even. We said in our Daredevil episode of the podcast featuring Jamie Worley, where we talked about the 2003 film and then we talked about some of our expectations for this series, both of us were looking forward to Scott Glenn in the role, and he's done an excellent job. He's channeling a little Carradine, but there's nothing wrong with that. It really fits the role. It's obvious that that's the look and the sound and the feel that the producers wanted, and they get it. Scott does a great job. It's the second episode in a row now where we've got a character telling Matt that he's going to have to stand up and kill someone eventually, or he's probably going to get a lot of people killed. This time it's an ally of Matt's as opposed to an enemy. The Russian was giving him this advice in the last episode. Here we hear Stick give that same direction. And it's pretty clear from the beginning, even before we get to the flashbacks at the end, that there is a contentious relationship for some reason between Stick and Matt. But we do still see him as an ally. It's obvious that Matt respects him and is glad to see him, truthfully, although he is cautious about why Stick might be in town. They eventually come to blows over Stick's decision to use lethal force. He kills Black Sky, and Black Sky turns out to be a little boy. Now, this is not really paid off in the episode. We don't understand what this boy was capable of or who he was exactly or why Stick and his group might have wanted that child dead, but it is a little peek into the larger mystical world that Daredevil inhabits. And given the mystery man that Stick is speaking with at the end of the episode, I'm inclined to believe that Stick was on the right side of this. I'm assuming, if you know anything about the comics, that the man that Stick goes and sees at the end is Stone. Generally, it's sort of Stick's second in command. In the series, they may be playing it that Stone is Stick's superior officer, but these two are members of the Chaste, a ninja clan that often faces off against the Hand, another ninja clan that we've gotten hints at, especially in reference to Nobu. And if all of this just went right over your head, if everything I've just said doesn't make sense, I don't think you have to worry. The show takes its time introducing us to these elements, and I think it's going to take more than just this series. Potentially we'll see these things further paid off, and definitely in the Iron Fist series I imagine we'll get more of this, and potentially heading into the Defenders miniseries. This idea of the war that Stick is preparing for and trying to get Matt to prepare for, that might be the very conflict that we see as the main thrust for the storyline for the Defenders miniseries. So anyway, good stuff all the way around. A really interesting episode. The flashbacks seeing Matt and Stick training when Matt was younger were great. And what a talented young actor we have in the role of young Matt Murdock, too. I look forward to seeing more from him potentially in future seasons as well. So that's my thoughts on episode 7, Stick, of the Marvel Daredevil series on Netflix. If you want to see the rest of my reviews, you should make sure to subscribe to the channel right there. And we'll be back soon with a review of episode 8.